Hey guys, what's up? It's Drew here, quick video blog. I wanted to do this video blog today mainly because I see a lot of this online. I follow Kevin Samuels and I like some of his content. In some aspects, Kevin Samuels is correct about things in some ways. He knows women very well, I will say. But I think when it comes to men, I believe personally that he's incorrect in the way that he's steering you guys. You have to understand that Kevin Samuels himself is divorced. We don't see anything of the man's life other than what he posts regarding his opinion and regarding his judgment on women and his judgment on relationships and so forth. I think he's a very wise man. I think he knows a lot about this specific area. I think he's an expert to some aspect in this area. But I think that the message that he's giving men is the wrong message. And I think that also his forum has become a place for incels to thrive. His forum has become a place where men who are unsuccessful with women and unsuccessful in life, or men who have frustrations with women go there to vent. And it could provide, much relief for that purpose. Okay. Let me give you the background on me, first of all. Okay. I'm married. I was married in 2021. I'm newly married. I'm what Kevin Samuels would call a high value man. I'm in the top 1%. I earn a lot of money. I'm sitting in my house right now. All right. So this is my humble abode. This is my mansion. I can give you guys a quick tour just to make this video. I don't want this video to take too long. This is my office. Okay. In my house. This is my office. This is where all the stuff happens. That's one of my companies. This is another one of my companies. I'm wearing a shirt that says one of my companies. And this is another one of my companies here. Okay. I'm a business consultant for many big companies. I work on mainly e-commerce, but I also can business consult for a variety of companies, financial companies, companies that do construction, resorts, and so forth. A lot of people come to me because I'm the guru. I'm the guy who knows how to make companies profitable. I know how to make companies scale. I'm a high value man. And I live the life that Kevin Samuels talks to other people about, okay? I have a gym in my house. I have luxury cars in my 3-car garage, okay? And I have a wife. You want to see my wife? Okay. This is my wife, all right? This is me and my wife on our wedding day, okay? So I'm a married man, okay? It's my ring, okay? When you walk into my house, this is the first thing that you see. You see a quote from Proverbs, because my house, we serve the Lord. And you see the picture of me and my wife, okay? Because my wife makes this house a home, all right? Now, let's go back to what it is, all right? I'm well aware of what you men deal with in the streets. The streets, I'd like to say, I'm well aware. You deal with women who bring nothing to the table. You deal with women who are self-centered. You deal with women who are self-preservation minded, who don't care about you and will leave you for the next guy and trade up like you're some kind of commodity. They treat you like you're worthless and whatnot. They treat you like you mean nothing, okay? Here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? And here's what I'm going to say from one high value man to another who may be becoming that or another who may already be that. Because I don't know who you are watching this video. All I know is that you probably came to this video because the title had Kevin Samuels' name in it, okay? Some of you are not going to like what I say because some of you are sycophantic in the way that you follow Kevin Samuels. But as a man, you need to chart your own course, okay? And you need to be properly anchored to do so. Me personally, as you may be able to already tell, I'm anchored in the Lord. I follow God. God has given me the tools to be able to properly lead this life and also properly lead a woman. But beyond that, I watched my father. My father was married to my father is married to my mother over 38 years. My parents are still alive. And my parents, their marriage has lasted a very long time, okay? So I watched how my father treated my mother. My father always treated my mother like gold. My father was strict on me and my siblings, but he always treated my mom with such regard and such respect and always put her on such a pedestal, always treated her very well. So he loved her, and she respected him. She submitted to him, even when she disagreed with him, because my father was one of the tough types, So even when my mother disagreed with my father, she still understood that he was the head of the household, that there was a certain type of order, okay? That order comes from the Bible. That order does not, if you listen to Kevin Samuels, sometimes he will be correct, but then all of a sudden he'll insert something. He'll be like, you got to know when to check a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, where that's not what God says. That's not what the Bible says. The woman has to submit to the man, and that means respect. But the man also is called to love the woman. If you have a woman who submits to you and respects you, but you don't love her, you're not going to have a household. You're not going to have a home. You're just going to have a house. You see what I'm saying? If you love the woman and she doesn't respect you, you get a Will Smith situation where the woman doesn't respect you, but you love her. So now you're doing backflips and you're doing all these crazy things and she doesn't respect you. So now you're humiliated, you're embarrassed, and you're emasculated. You see, there's a difference. There's a way to go about things. As a man, the most consistent thing and the most direct thing that I can tell you from man to man is be consistent in the Lord. Follow God. Let God lead you. God is going to give you some domains over. He's going to give you some presence over certain things. If you're good with numbers, he's going to make you maybe an accountant, or he's going to make you like a business person, or he's going to make you some kind of mathematician or economist. If you're good with strategy, he might make you like a consultant like me, or he might make you somebody, if you're good with these things, he's going to bring out your gifts and he's going to give you domain over those things. But there's certain things that you don't have domain over. There's certain things that you don't control. You cannot control your wife. You are called to love your wife. You're not called to control your wife. You're called to love your wife, and she's called to submit to you, to respect you. Okay? This is for God's higher purpose. It's not really for our purpose, but we end up enjoying when we follow the path because there is harmony in order. And there's lack of harmony in disorder from their very basic foundations. When you follow the proper order, you experience peace, harmony, creation, building. When you do things backwards and you do things in a disorderly fashion, in a chaotic fashion, you undo it. If you've ever studied the makeup of a bomb or the makeup of an explosion, it's unstable molecules. That's all it is. It's just unstable molecules, and then they explode. That's the basic principle of these things. Okay. That being said, let's get back to Kevin Samuels, because I know that's why most of you came to this video. I think a lot of what Kevin Samuels says is correct, actually, because he makes very objective observations about our society and the way it is. He speaks to high value men, and it's true. It's true. Well, I earn 7 figures a year. Okay. When you earn this kind of money and whatnot, it's true. You expect the women to kind of be a little bit more like, look, like, I have all it's like as a man, you think to yourself, oh, I have all these options. I could be doing A, B, C, D, E, but I'm here. That's what you start to think as a man. So you do want cooperation. You do want a peaceful household. But I think sometimes the way that Kevin Samuels delivers his message, it resonates wrongly with the wrong group of people. People think that when you get up here, it's a license to do whatever you want because you have money. No, it's actually the opposite. When you have resources, when God has given you great increase and great domain, it means that you're supposed to be a proper steward of those resources. You're supposed to be respectful. You're supposed to be, you're supposed to honor the Lord in your actions. That's how I live my life. Now, there's some people who are watching this that don't believe in God and think all I'm talking is nonsense. But I'm telling you, I wasn't always in this position. I wasn't always rich. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't always rich. God brought me from where I was at to where I'm at now. So I would be foolish. I'd be foolish to get up here and to abandon the path that God has already showed me. God, it's not like, oh, God gave me riches in exchange for listening to him. That's not what it is. It's like, no, God gave me the wisdom. He gave me the intelligence. He gave me the discernment to understand the order, to understand the pathway, to get here, to stay here, to maintain here. And it's not just about wealth. It's not just about money. Success is not just about wealth and money. It's about your relationships too. If you have wealth and money, but your relationship with your wife is terrible, it's not going to feel good. You're going to be living a miserable life. If you have money, but you don't have, like, I don't have children now, but if you have money, you don't have a great relationship with your kids, you're going to suffer. If you have money, but you don't have a great relationship with your wife, you're going to suffer. It's not all about money. And you shouldn't be using your money to control people. Because if you use your money to control people, and that's what you use, and that's the only influence that you have, what happens as soon as you lose the money? they're gone as well. And I'm not saying that women won't leave because you're an honorable man and you're a good man, but it helps if the woman loves you, does it not? It helps if the woman loves you. It helps if the woman respects you. If the woman doesn't love you and doesn't respect you, as soon as you lose something, as soon as you're off your game, they're gone. But that could be the case even if you do have your stuff together. But if you're in the Lord, if you're based in the Lord, He will get you through trials and tribulations. He'll always bring you back where you need to be, as long as you have your faith and you place your faith in the Lord. I place my faith in God. I don't place my faith in Kevin Samuels. I'm a high value man. I'm a high earner. All of that. Everything that he talks about, I am. Everything that he says, I am. Okay, but I don't approach. I didn't. And before him, I didn't approach dating the way that he says. I approached it based on when I got serious. I'm saying, beside when I was done with the dating, when I got serious, and I was like, look, I gotta be serious. I can't just be dating women to date women. I need to find a wife. I need to be with a wife. When I was looking for a wife, I was looking for somebody who could follow God with me, who was equally yoked, who we could pray together, we could build together, we could grow together. That's it. I wasn't looking for, she didn't have to come with 1,000,000 degrees, although my wife is very, very educated. She has a master's and everything. She's a black woman. She's beautiful too, by the way. My wife was gorgeous. But beyond that, although she has all these things, that's not what really made the difference. What makes the difference is that she's a woman, she's feminine, she's lovely, but she also has this way of kind of putting you in your place if you come at her the wrong way, so I respect her. I respect her and I love her, so at the end of the day, I just want to say, those of you who follow Kevin Samuels and watch his videos, follow God. You can use Kevin Samuels for some secondary knowledge or for some entertainment, but follow God. Follow God. Follow the way the Bible says to be. No matter what people do, no matter what a woman does, no matter how a girl hurts you, do what God says to do. If the woman does not fit into that framework, then she doesn't fit into your life, and it's okay. I've been there before. It's okay if women don't fit into your framework. If women don't fit into your framework, they're gone. That's it. They don't fit into your life. But when you have God in your life, you are more prepared to choose, and you know the proper way. You know the proper way a household, you know the proper order a household is supposed to be in. You know the proper way to choose your woman. That's how you work. That's how you choose your woman based on that. Okay? Kevin Samuels I find him entertaining. I find him sometimes insightful, but he's not God. Okay? He's not even a messenger of the Lord. Okay? He gives you his educated opinion based on what he's experienced and seen and interviewed in the world. But he gives you worldly advice. But as a man, you are merely flesh. Your flesh will not lead you to growth spiritually. And marriage is a spiritual covenant. It's a contract with God in the middle. You're not going to properly execute it by leading with your flesh. Because if you lead by your flesh, there's 1,000,000 women that you could find attractive. There's 1,000,000 things you could be doing other than taking care of your family. You could be traveling the world with the kind of money that I make. You see what I'm saying? What grounds you and what keeps you in check is God. Because you have to answer to God at the end of the day. Okay? And I'm talking literally at the end of the day. If you're a prayer, if you're living in the Spirit, if you're following God, you answer to God at the end of the day. At the end of every single day, you answer to God, and at the beginning of every morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to pray at my altar before I get to work on my business. You see what I'm saying? Look, don't make it so difficult and so complex. Follow God. If you want to learn how to properly lead a woman and lead a successful life with harmony, follow the Lord. Read Proverbs, study God, get close to God, be a man of God. And that's all I got to say. God bless. Peace.